Hey guys, it's Vanny here, and if you're here talking, my two little sisters are here. Um, so yeah, but today I'm gonna be doing a video about the facts about Scream. Which, if you guys have watched it, you know that it includes Ghostface. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, then just skip this part. Um, as you might know, there is like 4 movies of Scream, and there's actually another one coming out, which actually stars Jenna Ortega in it, who I actually watched on Disney, and she's an amazing actress. I totally recommend it. Um, but as it goes, Scream is about a group of kids who, how do I put it? They're all friends, and something happens in the beginning where someone is killed, basically, unalive. And it goes to where they're searching for who did it. And if you've seen it, you know that in number 1, it is actually Billy Loomis and Stu, which I personally think they're the best ones because I don't really like the other movies better than this one. I think that it's really, really good. So I'm just gonna do about the very first movie because personally that is my favorite. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's amazing. So let's get into it. Scream was actually released 20 years ago. The original title for the film was actually Scary Movie, but it was changed to Scream by Weinstein Brothers, the heads of the company. It was partially inspired by a real-life story. Kevin Wilson was partially inspired by a real-life series of in murders in Gainesville, Florida in 1999. Okay. Sorry about that, my dog was barking. So, we are literally like, I don't know why it's doing this. Oh, shoot. It was inspired by the killer, Danny Howard Rawling, who was later known as the Gainesville Ripper. Williams was also inspired by John Carpenter's 1978 horror classic Halloween, which, by the way, is an amazing movie as well. The script sparked a major bidding war. Hollywood. It sparked a fierce bidding war in Hollywood between the 5 movie studios before Williams' son ultimately accepted Dimension's film. It could have been directed by George Romero or Sam Raimi. The Weinstein brothers initially approached noted horror directors George A. Romero, I'm sorry, I know I'm saying this all wrong, and Sam Raimi for the directional duties. They both turned down the project. Wes Craven, who had directed the original A Nightmare on Elm Street, initially passed as well, but he signed on to direct after Drew Barrymore agreed to appear in the film in the leading role of Sidney Prescott. Drew Barrymore was set to star but changed her mind. Barrymore had changed her mind about playing the lead 5 weeks before production was to begin. Instead, suggested she played Casey Becker. I'm so sorry again. I gotta go and stop her. Sorry about the second interruption. I'm so sorry about that, seriously. Where was I? The teen who was terrorized by the killer in the opening scene. Barrymore worked for less than a week. Barrymore shot all of her scenes in the first 5 days of production. The film's iconic mask was found during a location scout. Killer's now iconic mask was a simple off-the-shelf Halloween mask. Bob Weinstein wasn't convinced that the mask was scary enough. Bob Weinstein initially thought the killer's mask wasn't scary enough and considered replacing Craven as director. But Craven and editor Patrick Lucier created a work print out of dailies of the opening scene that convinced Weinstein to quickly change his mind. The voice behind the killer is veteran voice actor Roger L. Jackson. Besides Scream, Jackson's credits for include the role of Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls. Craven separated Jackson from the actors and had him actually talk to them over the phone to make their reactions feel more genuine. Linda Blair had. I'm so sorry again, that's literally like the third interruption. Okay, I'm so sorry again. Linda Blair had a cameo. Linda Blair had starred in The Exorcist. Makes a cameo as one of the newest news reporters outside the school. She's the one with the bright orange blouse. Later on, she's reporter who confronts Sydney in Dewey's police car. Craven previously directed Blair in the 1978 TV movie Stranger in Our House. The high school they planned to shoot at changed its mind about the production. High school scenes were originally supposed to be shot at Santa Rosa High School in Santa Rosa, Calif. But despite getting approval from the school's administration, the city school board banned the production weeks before the shoot began over concerns that the script glorified violence. The high school is actually a community center. Eventually, the high school scenes were shot at a community center in nearby Sonoma because it didn't fall under the jurisdiction of a school board. As a joke, in the special thanks section of the end credits, it says, "No thanks whatsoever to the Santa Rosa City School District Governing Board." Wes Craven has a cameo. Director Wes Craven makes a cameo as a janitor. He's wearing Freddy Krueger's hat and sweater. The final scene took 21 nights to shoot. The 42-minute final act, taking place entirely during the party at Stu's house, took 21 successive nights to shoot. The cast and crew jokingly called it the longest night in horror history. It was initially slapped with an NC-17 rating. The film was originally given an NC-17 rating by the MPAA for being too gruesome, and despite the fact that Craven initially refused to cut anything, the movie was edited and resubmitted by the studio 9 times before it was given an R rating. And that is actually all that I'm going to read today. I think that I'm going to probably talk about the announcements when new announcements I have coming up. So, I have so much things coming up this year in 2022. It's like gonna be more videos than I've been doing, like a lot more. And I've been doing a lot of research lately on these videos, which by the way takes forever. I think tomorrow's video is actually, I'll be right back. The next video is actually going to be about The Shining, which, by the way, is like the only horror movie that I've really seen that has scared me. Like, I literally was watching it by myself because there was a Halloween marathon going on, so I was watching like every single horror movie that I could. I watched every single Halloween movie, the Scream movies, The Shining, both Carrie movies, Pet Cemetery, just all those really gruesome, the good movies. To me, I really, really like them. But I'm really excited to do The Shining because I love Stephen King. He's like an amazing author. He's definitely one of my favorites. My other favorite is R.L. Stein. But yeah, that wraps up today. Love you guys so much and can't wait to see you in the next one.